Ladies, we're here tonight on this show. And tonight, wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a damn game between the damn Raiders and the freaking Ravens, man. I thought the Ravens had a lot of chance to win this game, the first 3 quarters especially, and they just didn't want to put them away. They kept them in it, and then the freaking the freaking they were up by what? I believe at one point they were up by, well, no, I think the biggest thing I think they had was 17-10 in the third quarter. But they had a few opportunities there to make it a 2-possession game, and they just let them in the game. And I think Derek Carr started getting some confidence, with his receivers. I think John Green got some confidence in him with the play calling, trusting him a little bit more. And the fucking Raiders ended up losing this game. The Raiders are, they're terrible. The way they're organized, fucking unbelievable to me. The fucking kicker not prepared to kick. They had got a delay. They were trying to end the game in the overtime. The freaking kicker was not prepared to go out on the field and perform. That's unacceptable to me. And then but it almost was a blessing in disguise, because the next play Derek Carr hooked up with the receiver Jones, ended up winning the damn game. Ended up winning the damn game 33-27, man. His name was Say Jones. But, man, Jesus Christ, man, what a game, man. What a damn game. Then before that, in regulation, they think they have the damn game won, but the knee gets rolled onto the 1-yard line, and you think they can just punch it in, right? Either a quarterback sneak with Derek Carr or a run with Josh Jacobs. They couldn't do anything. The ball ends up getting tipped in the air. They get a false start, and then after they have to move back, and the ball gets tipped in the air, intercepted. Like, oh, man. It's like, this is going to be embarrassing for the Raiders. Then the next time comes up, Lamar Jackson fumbles the ball. Raiders get it back. Like I said, then they try to get the field goal, but the kicker's not ready to kick. They get a delay of game. And then finally, John Gruden dials up the play, and Derek Carr finally gets it done. Completes a touchdown pass to Zay Jones. But what? Oh my Lord! What a game, man! What a game! But yeah, impressive win. Even like this, impressive win by the Raiders. The Baltimore Ravens are a playoff contender. They won the playoffs last year. Great win by the Raiders. Despite the whole situation. Lamar Jackson. I think they did they try to do their best with them. I mean, the biggest thing with Lamar Jackson is make him beat you with his shoulder and not his legs. He did run for 86 yards, so I mean, he had his moments there, but and he even threw it good. They were saying that Lamar Jackson looked like he was doing a much better job in this game of reading the field compared to some previous years. He went 19 for 30, 235 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, but he had that costly fumble there in the overtime. And then obviously they got some injuries with the running backs, so not a lot of good performance. I mean, they did have Tyson Williams run for 65 yards and 1 touchdown, and then Latavius Murray 28 yards, 1 touchdown. I think Latavius Murray is still trying to figure out the playbook. He's only been there for a few days. But yeah, you knew coming into this game the running there wasn't going to be a lot, because they lost Jacob Dobbins and Goss Edwards to injuries, and Latavius Murray just got there, and then they got Le'Veon Bell as well, but same thing, he just got there, so you knew they were going to have to put it in the air. And the thing is, they don't really have a lot of options with the air. You got Marquise Brown, who had 6 catches, 69 yards, 1 touchdown, and then Sammy Watkins, 4 catches. But and then the biggest threat is their tight end, Mark Andrews. But I thought that's the guy that the Raiders did a good job of covering. He only had 3 catches for 20 yards. He was basically almost out of the game, it seems like, Mark Andrews. It seemed like and then same thing with the Raiders. What's his name? Derek Henry Ruggs barely in this game tonight. I don't think he made his catch until the 4th quarter. He only had 2 catches for 45 yards. Henry Ruggs. I don't know what the deal was, but he should have bought a ticket and watched the game from the stands. But yeah, that's a terrible performance. I don't know if he's heard or what the deal is, but only 2 catches, 45 yards for Henry Ruggs. Terrible. Hunter Renfrow, 6 catches, 70 yards. And then Darren Waller, he had a few drops, but he was by far the best receiver on the field for both teams. 10 catches, 105 yards, 1 touchdown. And then obviously, Zay Jones with the damn 2 catches, but the one being the fucking game winner. And then Josh Jacobs, 10 carries, 34 yards, 2 touchdowns. He seemed like he hurt his foot there at the beginning. He was limping, so he seemed like he wasn't 100%, but he did have 2 rushing touchdowns, only 34 yards. I think he was a little bit banged up. Marcus Mariota went in there for 1 play, ran 31 yards. Pretty good run right there by Marcus Mariota. And then Derek Carr finishes 34 for 56, 435 yards, 2 touchdown, 1 interception. They were slinging it tonight, man. Again, the theme of the week 1, right? The fucking throwing, not a lot of running. Again here, they only ran the ball. They only ran the ball about 20 times, and threw it 56 times. Again, that's a theme. It seems like it's the air attack league, man. It's the air attack. 56 throws, 435 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I felt like John Gruden trusted him as the game went on. Whether that was part of Baltimore keeping them in the game, they gave their confidence, because when it was 17-10, it looked like Baltimore was going to put them out and, score again and make it 24-10. But they just wouldn't. And I think as the game went, especially in the 3rd and 4th quarter, Derek Carr and John Gruden especially, I think, John Gruden said, let's go for it. And he kind of opened up the playbook more for Derek Carr to start throwing the ball downfield, it seems like, in the 4th quarter. And he started ripping it. Like I said, 435 yards. He played really good football. I thought both quarterbacks, for the most part, played really good. Like I said, Lamar Jackson had that fumble at the end, but throwing-wise, he completed 19 of his 30 throws, 235 yards. And same thing with Derek Carr, 435 yards, 2 touchdowns. The 1 interception was kind of tipped in the air by the defender. So great performance by these 2 quarterbacks who are not considered, top 10 quarterbacks by a lot of people, especially Derek Carr. Great performance tonight by both of them. This was a very good football game. It was entertaining. The fundamentals were not great. Obviously, you had some stupid stuff happening in this game, like the false start at the end, and then the Raiders kicker not being ready to kick a field goal in overtime. But he did redeem it. He did kick a 55-yarder earlier, so I'm sure he'll be fine. No Pendejo of the week, because he did help win the game with that 55-yard field goal. But yeah, a lot of stuff both teams have to clear. But if you want to take one positive from this game, is both the quarterbacks played really good. Lamar Jackson and Derek Carr. And Lamar Jackson feels like shit for fumbling, but it's part of it. Keep your head up. And we'll see what happens. But great football game, entertainment-wise. Crazy asking, great start Monday Night Football. Until next time, why don't you just holla at your boy? I do have a hurricane coming up here in Texas, so I might, hopefully not, but if you don't hear from me in a few days, it's because I have a hurricane coming in. So if you guys don't hear me for a few days, it's because I'm dealing with the hurricane. Have a good night, everybody.